The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Yes, another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the one and only, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes. Good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing today?
Man, blessed, man, and highly favored. Happy to have you this morning. You know, we always waiting on that good word you got.
Oh, I appreciate you, Ricky. I'm so excited about this word because all of us can relate to the fact that life will beat you down to the point that you are down, to the point that you are depressed and discouraged and distressed and ready to give up. But our song today basically says, I almost let go, but God kept me, so I wouldn't let go. That's good news right there, that God is in the keeping business, in that God will keep you, God will preserve you, God will hold on to you. I've discovered God may not take you out of that situation, but somehow God will surround you with God's love and God's peace and God's strength in the midst of what you're going through. And before you know it, you will feel the keeping power of God. It's almost as if God wraps you in God's arms. And when God wraps you in his arms, the good news is nothing can get to you unless it goes through the arms of Almighty God. That's a shout right there. And that is, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, it can't get to you unless it goes through God. And listen, if it gets through God, it's because God gives it permission and purpose for what it is that is happening in your life. And so the good news of the day is you don't have to give up. You can hold on. And even when you feel like you can't hold on, here's the shout. God is holding on to you. And when God holds on to you, God will give you peace that passeth all understanding. So people don't even understand how you're keeping it together while your world is falling apart. When God is holding on to you, God somehow gives you just enough strength to deal with the stress and the mess that is trying to break you down and beat you down. And when God is holding on to you, the good news is it's going in the end to work out for your good. So I don't want you to give up. You keep looking up because God is holding on to you. The testimony of the day is, I almost let go, but God kept me, so I wouldn't let go.
Yes, sir. That's a good word, Pastor Haynes. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can catch me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at FH Unscripted. And check out my sermons on my YouTube channel, Frederick Haynes.
There it is. All right, Pastor Haynes, let's get into some music. Love you, man.
I know that's right. Love you. Have a great one, Rick.
Hey, you too. Let's go.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour. Got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Thursday headlines. The math skills of 8th graders in American schools dropped last year by the largest amount in the past 50 years, according to a government report known as the Nation's Report Card. Only 26% of students were proficient in math, and 31% of 8th graders were proficient in reading. The test scores of American students have been declining since 2012, and the pandemic made things worse. Unfortunately, things still aren't leveling off. In other news, an excessive heat warning is in effect for North Texas until 8 p.m. tonight. At least 7 people have been treated for heat-related illnesses since the heat wave settled in on Monday. Now, temperatures were reported as high as 115 degrees in certain areas of the state. Lastly, the national average price for a gallon of regular gas is $3.58. That's down $1.39 a gallon from a year ago, according to AAA. Now, Washington State has the highest gas price, an average of $4.93 per gallon. Mississippi has the cheapest price at an average of $3.01 per gallon. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Gary, what tea are you pouring this morning?
All right, let me tell you, Maria, honey. Brian Sadzaz, honey. He's the stepson of British billionaire Hamish Harding, y'all, baby. He took time to let Miss Cardi B have it, honey, for criticizing his attendance, y'all, at a Blink-182 concert while his wonderful stepdad, y'all, was lost at sea. Now, he also pointed out, y'all, that TMZ responded to a thirst trap also that was posted by an OnlyFans model. Now, this guy, he said What a posh trash celeb, he wrote, honey, of Cardi B. He said, Cardi B trying to get clout, honey, off of me and my family suffering. He said, I went to a Blink-182 concert for coping rather than sitting at home and watching the news. Shame on you, Cardi B. Get some class, honey. He was very angry because Cardi B went out on this boy. Said, how dare you be at a doggone concert, your damn dead honey, in a submarine, and they can't find him and what have you and stuff.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So he was very angry about it. So some people said, well, okay, now it indicates that he's maybe have forgotten his stepfather is currently lost in a tin can. They said, yes, honey. Now they're saying that he faced that criticism because, he felt that, it was calming for him to be at a concert, and he should be able to be there. His daddy would definitely want him to be at that concert. So Cardi B needs to hush her mouth up and stuff. So if y'all had somebody like SC, in a situation that y'all knew they were dying, would you be at a concert, or would y'all,
I think we all black.
It depends on which family member it was.
Depending
I got son, you damn right I'll go to the concert.
Rick.
Right, depending on who concert it is, too.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Ticketmaster don't do refunds.
Okay.
I feel so sorry for him. And that's his daddy, honey. And then they was talking about in a damn tin can. But anyway, honey, we're going to keep all parties lifted up in prayer. Hopefully they find them because they got a few more hours left before they find those people in that submarine.
That's so sad.
It is.
When you're rich in the things you do. All right, the Kahlua today. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today, y'all, is sangria. On the high end, you say sangria, and on the low end, just say beautiful red. That's your Kahlua for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Lord have mercy, coming up next in the hot spot, Ike Jr. done got arrested. Wait till I tell you what he done up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tet. And this is the hot spot. We bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. All right, now, Tina Turner's son, Ike Turner Jr., was arrested during a traffic stop in Texas days before the music icon passed away. And according to People, Ike Jr. was arrested on May 6th in Alvin, Texas, over a busted light. However, authorities seized 1.7 grams of crack, as well as meth during the traffic stop.
What?
Now, yes, and according to Alvin Police Department Captain QT Arndale, officers uncovered the narcotics after the 64-year-old tried to eat the drugs and dispose of the evidence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 64. Anyway, since his arrest, authorities have been they've reportedly held on to Ike Jr. On a $70,000 bond at the Brazoria County Jail. Now, we all know Miss Tina passed away last month in Switzerland at the age of 83. Now, this is Ike's son, so I don't think Tina's husband or nobody else is going to go get this 64-year-old man. And a $70,000 bond, he probably going to be sitting there until whenever, because who going to get him?
So if he was 64, that means Tina Turner was like 84, 85, something like that?
Yeah.
Wow, and you 64 and you still smoking crack. But
and you trying to eat it to hide it?
Yeah, all of them still living those special guys. I swear the crackheads survived COVID. Once they survived COVID,
they was drinking the vaccine. I don't need no needle. Let me put it in a shot glass.
You said they were drinking the vaccine?
Out of a shot glass.
All them crackheads in their 60s.
Come on, man. You can't kill them. They're like baby kids. They don't die. They multiply.
And they clean cut. They don't look bad. They all of them, they look good, man. Oh, my God.
Okay, y'all. Moving on. Producer Jason Barton has claimed that Nicki Minaj stole his Barbie World song idea from him. He said that it was originally Saweetie's song, and it was supposed to be on the track, but she was replaced by Nicki and Ice Spice. And, of course, he took to social media and told his followers, we crafted a record that was sent over to Nicki to hop on and submit to the Barbie soundtrack. She said she was going to do it, then all of a sudden a new version was created. He said, yes, it's a sample. You can do what you want, but anybody that's in the business knows that that's not how this works. Barbie will be released on Friday, June 23rd. So, hey... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what would y'all do if y'all gave somebody a song and then the song was kind of redone and put out?
But see, that stuff end up in court, and I don't know how those judges decide on beats? Do they have a musical background? How does that work, Brett?
I guess you got to have the proof, and it
Right.
has to be solid proof that you created it, came up with it. A sample is a sample. Anybody can use a sample, and if you pay for the sample, then it becomes your sample.
Right.
So it just depends on the business part of it. So. I can't wait to hear the song. And I can't wait to see this Barbie movie. I think it's going to be really, really funny where Barbie comes to life. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, Special K got the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. Y'all give it up and show your love for right now for comedian extraordinaire Special K.
Yep. Yeah, now, ladies out there, I'm doing this for y'all, ladies. I'm always on your side. I'm always in your corner. I always have your what? Your back. I got a list of guys that will never, ever, ever cheat on you. Now, these are the guys that you need to be looking for out here in these streets. All the single ladies out there that's trying to lock it down with somebody, get that ring on it. All that good stuff. You need to find these guys. Now, today's news is sponsored by AI Keisha. Have y'all heard about AI Keisha? We talk about all these robot lawnmowers and robot vacuum cleaners. Well, AI Keisha is the first artificial intelligence robot wife that's black. Now, once she's with you for 30 days, she knows how to nag, argue, complain, go to sleep, and wake up with an attitude, and refuse to perform certain acts. So it's just like the real thing. So y'all look up AI Keisha and see if you can be the first one in your neighborhood to have a wife that you're paying for that don't like you.
Us so quick and let the battery die. Yeah.
Just pull her plug, pull all them wires loose. Now, these are the guys that won't cheat on you, ladies. Give me something soft. Super Day. Give me something. Yeah, give me something soft. Yeah, I might just say pause right there. These are the guys that won't cheat on you. Any dude that spend the night and get up and iron your work uniform for you while you in the shower. That's a good dude. If he get up and iron your Popeye's chicken uniform for you while you in the shower, that's the dude that ain't gonna cheat on you. Any dude that lets you get in his car and change the music, change the radio station, or put your own music on while y'all riding, that's a dude that will not cheat on you.
It's dudes out there that be in love like that.
I'm telling you now.
I had a couple of them had me like that.
I'm telling you now. Any dude that'll come to your house at night and read picture books to your kids before they go to bed, even though they not his kids. Come on now. That's a good dude. That's a good dude. Any dude that'll come and help coach your son's 10 and under church league basketball team. That ain't none of his son, but he gonna go and coach that team. And he not even the head coach, he the assistant coach. If he know how to braid your daughter's hair real neat with lines and grease, even though it's not really long enough to braid, and she is not his daughter, that is a keeper, ladies. Any dude that lets you sleep.
A dude that can braid hair and have your hair looking like,
come on now. Bro. That any dude that can do a little girl hair.
Just a keeper.
Well, yeah, and he could also be your best hangout buddy too. We're gonna leave that right there. A dude that lets you sleep with your head on his chest all night.
Oh hell no.
He ain't cheating. Any dude that lets you put that heavy head on his chest all night, he is not gonna cheat on you.
You got that one sweat spot on your damn chest.
Oh my God.
And you got to lay there and let the ceiling fan dry it up.
Then one half of your chest sleep when you get up in the morning.
Yeah, you be politely trying to push your head off. I don't know.
Oh, it's a lot.
That's hard when then your arm go to sleep. We know.
And if she got that bonnet on, now you got that grease spot on your chest.
God.
If he wake up in the morning and kiss you right in the mouth before either one of y'all brush your teeth.
You gonna stop by that toothbrush before you say good morning.
Rick, you ain't never kissed a girl before she brushed her teeth.
Never.
That's a bad chick right there, boy.
Yeah.
All right, if y'all go to the drive-thru to get some chicken nuggets and they forget to put your sauce in the bag and he give you his sauce and eat his nuggets dry, come on now.
He's a simp at that part.
Cheat on you. Any dude that wears short-sleeve dress shirts that's not a manager at a fast food restaurant.
Ain't that right T out on the short sleeve? He ain't here. Right T out today. Hey, y'all, we can talk about it because he ain't here.
He wears short-sleeve shirt?
Right, he be wearing short-sleeve
button-up shirt?
Yeah, with them pockets. Him and Super Day wore it one day. We talked about it so bad. Super Day, what happened to that short-sleeve
dress shirt you wore when we first took over for Tom John. You ain't wearing no more.
Oh, I still got it.
He had 2 pins in the pocket.
I just don't wear it here because I'm judged.
What color was it? Was that light blue or that was all the way white?
It had light blue with a little pink in it.
Like you work at Office Depot.
Hold it.
He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Big shout out to Hot 103 Jams, KPRS-FM, Kansas City. Hey, what up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Everybody's excited. Women all over the world are excited, y'all, for Miss Larsa Pippen, y'all. She's the beautiful ex-wife of Mr. Scottie Pippen and the wonderful girlfriend to Mr. Marcus Jordan, the son of Michael and Juanita Jordan. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that a judge has ordered Scottie Pippen to share half of his Chicago Bulls retirement funds with his ex-wife, Miss Larsa Pippen. Now, according to the court documents obtained, they're saying that Larsa is entitled, honey, to half of Scottie's Chicago Bulls 401k and his savings plans trust. Now, the document specified, y'all, that she is legally entitled to 50% of all account balances as of the plan's valuation amounts closest to the date of their separation back in November 2016. They're saying, in other words, honey, she gets half of the amount that has accrued, y'all, in the account from 1997 when they married to 2016. Now, the order also stated, y'all, that Larsa is entitled to the full amount, honey, in the plan regardless of what is currently in the account. Meaning, y'all, that she can seize 100%, y'all, of Scottie's amount, you know, in that account. And they're saying Scottie only made $100 million, honey. So they're saying baby Miss Larsa is definitely getting her change. They're saying Marcus is happy about it, honey. They'll be able to do some wonderful things, travel all over the world, honey. And they're saying, y'all, that the order stipulates that the full amount be paid in a cash lump sum and is to be distributed, honey, to Larsa's account as soon as administratively possible following approval of this order. Now, they're saying that the order was signed by a judge, honey, on June the 16th, y'all. So isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yeah, it don't seem fair to me.
Yeah, that's damn fair. She was married to that man, so honey,
okay, but they've been divorced for a long time.
But they going back from when they started the marriage until they divorced. So yeah, she needs to get her coins, honey. Period. So, honey, give Miss Larsa.
I ain't mad at her. What's due
okay.
is due. If it's hers, it's hers.
That's right, honey. So, and that just think, Marcus, honey, he don't have to worry about spending no more of his daddy money. Larsa have some money to help spend on him and stuff, and they could travel together, do things together, honey, and live a happy life. So, congratulations, Larsa. A lot of women need to read her book, honey, to see how they can get their coins when they leave from these men that decide they want to cheat and do all kind of other things. Learn some Larsa. That's right. That's a good way to put it. So, congratulations, Larsa. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. This is a very interesting story, y'all. It's being reported, y'all. Now, listen to what I'm saying. Tyler Perry did not finalize a deal to buy a majority stake in BET Media Group, which includes VH1. Now, they're saying, y'all, that a fake news website spread the rumor that Mr. Perry finalized the deal, beating out contenders like Byron Allen, Sean Combs, and 50 Cent. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the founder and CEO of Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta is reportedly, y'all, they're saying Tyler is balking, honey, at the $3 billion price tag that they want for that LA network. Now, they said, quote, he is used to getting his way and is frustrated, honey. They're saying the final bids are due by mid-July. Now, the company wants y'all roughly 10 times the $325 million valuation of BET Media Group, according to the New York Post. Now, they're saying, y'all, the Post said that Mr. Perry 53 is losing patience with the drawn-out process to acquire the network after making an offer of half the $3 billion asking price, y'all. So, you know, they're saying media mogul Byron Allen also pitched a deal for the network. Now, they're saying Mr. Allen, 62, is already a major player in the cable television industry. Now, his portfolio includes Atlanta-based The Weather Channel, Comedy TV, Pets TV, and more in the Allen Media Group. Now, they're saying the deal will give the buyer full control over BET Media Group, which also owns VH1. Now, Mr. Perry, 53, already owns a majority stake, y'all, in the streaming service BET Plus. Now, BET Plus charges $9.99 a month and has yet to score a breakout hit, according to the AJC's Rodney Ho. Now, they're saying that the media mogul Robert Johnson launched BET, y'all, back in 1980 to compete with MTV Music, and back when MTV refused to air music videos featuring black artists. So there you have it. So y'all, so Tyler doesn't own BET as of yet, but I'm sure he's gonna probably acquire. He has a lot of stake in it and what have you. So we're gonna just follow that story and see how this all turns out. So
I just hope somebody get it, whether it's him or whether it's Byron Allen. I just hope that they get it. I just, you know, it would be good for the culture. It'd be good for you know, all of the actors, actresses, rap artists, R&B artists, or whatever. You know, to have something. Because, man, going to L.A. and going to New York to try to sleep in your car just to try to get on TV and to go through what they went through, you know, what all of the people went through to be where they are. To have something like this, right, you know, they're in Atlanta or whatever. And I was on the studios for the first time the other day, and it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So I hope that he gets it.
Yeah. So, but Ricky, what about this? What about, I mean, won't they, can you think about anybody just joining forces?
That's what I was thinking.
You know, like, you know, Byron and Tyler get together and they both own it. I mean, you think that would be a good idea, or it's just good for one person to own it and just say it's all mine?
It just depends on what their relationship is and have they done business together before, and you know what's you know, who's going to be the percentage, who's going to get 51% or versus what it's 51 versus 49. Like it's a whole lot of little technical stuff that goes with that. But I just hope that one of them get it, like for real.
Might also be some creative differences, too, between the two of them, because, you know, Tyler Perry has a very specific kind of style.
Yeah, true. So that's good. Well,
yeah, that's why him and Oprah, you know, probably had their disagreements.
Right. I wanted to go there, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I mean, they had disagreements. I mean, you know, they had different creative differences. Yeah. Because he definitely respect Oprah because her name is on stage one in that big building when you first go on Tyler Perry studio campus. The first building you see is the Oprah Winfrey stage. Yeah.
And to my recollection, honey, had it not been for Tyler Perry, I don't know who we'd be watching on, because Tyler Perry brought a lot of his stuff to OWN, and we started watching on because we wasn't watching OWN initially because she didn't have really a lot of stuff for Africans in America. So, but when Tyler Perry joined forces with, that's when more people started watching. That's just my recollection. But all right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, sangria. On the high end, you say sangria, and on the low end, just say beautiful red. That's your color for today.
All right, then. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Brett, you ready?
Time to wake up.
Yes, time to wake up, y'all. 866 down, Rickey, let's go.
Here we go. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. You want this phone, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us. Just wake up.
Good morning. This is Gloria from Mississippi. I'm calling everybody in Mississippi to wake up.
Wake up, Kyler, and Brother Marco Meadows in Louisville, Kentucky. Peace.
My name is Amani, and my name is Billy, and we want to wake up our mothers, our sisters, and our fathers. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. I would like to wake up my kids, Malcolm, Malkedia, Teosha, Taquosha, and Alex. Mommy, love you guys. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Christian, and I'm from North Carolina, and I want to wake up my mama, my daddy, my sister, and my didi, and my grandpa. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up in the morning. Miami North, 84. Fred Perriman, Hakeem, Rodney, Harris, and Vicky. Baby.
Kansas City, wake up. In Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. In Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brett.
Welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all, look, y'all.
Good morning.
Hello, may I speak to Angie Murphy, please?
Speaking.
This is Nurse Jenkins up here at Grady Parkland Memorial Hospital.
Yes.
And you just had a baby a few weeks ago that was premature.
Yes, I did.
The baby is still up here at the hospital. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the baby name?
My son's name is Dontavius.
They got us calling because Human Resources might have to run some more tests on the baby because they
What's
found...
wrong with him?
Nothing wrong with the baby. They found traces of Crown Royal in your breast milk.
What are you talking about?
When they took breast milk from you to give to the baby, they found traces.
Of what?
Of Crown Royal and Patron
Oh, no.
in your breast milk. Is this Angie Murphy?
Yes, it is. And my son is Dontavius Murphy, and I don't drink that stuff.
Well, they said that they found Nouveau, Crown, Patron, and Jose Curvo.
There's got to be some kind of mistake because I don't even like that kind of stuff. And I would never give that to my baby.
Well, ma'am, we know you've been drinking during your pregnancy because your breast milk is light blue. You drink Hypnotic.
Excuse me?
Have you been drinking Hypnotic because your breast milk is light blue?
No, I have not been drinking no damn Hypnotic. Why would I give that to my child?
Yeah, we understand that you're under a lot of pressure since the baby is.
I'm under a lot of pressure because my son was born a month early. That's why I'm under a lot of pressure. And I would never give I'm not drinking while I'm breastfeeding.
Well, why is your breast milk light blue?
I don't know what you're talking about, my breast milk being light blue.
It's so bad some of the nurses sipping off of it getting drunk.
You got me up.
What did you call me?
I called you a bitch.
Oh, now I'm a bitch. Tell you what, I'm going to get a damn baby to a white woman.
I will come down to that hospital and whoop your ass if you try to take my goddamn baby.
We are not giving you back that baby today.
Where's my son?
You're going to have to take that up with the judge.
With the judge?
Your judge will be Gregory Mathis.
What the are you talking about?
Excuse me?
I said, what the are you talking about?
Is this Angie Murphy?
Yes, it is. Stop asking me that.
They said that they found Hypnotic in your titties.
No, they did not.
Is your baby named Freddie?
My son is Dontavius Murphy.
I'm so sorry. We got the wrong number. I'm sorry.
Mother. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Black Tony, what's going on?
Well, I'm sorry, Shawty. My bad.
Come on, bro.
Man, I apologize, but I can't. I'm a little lightheaded right now. A little delirious. I don't feel like I would be really what's the word they use? Productive if I kind of work right now because I did something yesterday. See, every time I try to do something good, it's like
bruh,
when you try to do something good, it still go bad, Shawty. And I tried to do something good yesterday, and now I gotta fix it so I can come to work. I'm trying to make it there still for y'all lead though, but Rick,
Black Tony,
Rick,
come on, bro. You've been off all week. You was off all last week.
Cause
I'm trying
to explain to you what I'm not in my best health right now. I can't come to work because I'm weak. I'm feeling real weak and dizzy right now.
Why?
Because I gave the blood truck was in the hood yesterday, and I went to donate some blood, but I think I gave them too much because I've been dizzy. They talking about you might be a little lightheaded, but I've been dizzy all night. I gave too much, so I'm waiting
so
on the
donated blood to the Red. Shout out to the Red Cross. So you donated blood to the Red Cross.
I don't know if it was them. It was some people that asking could they get some blood. Yeah. And I think I gave them too much, and I'm waiting for them to open back up so they can skeet something back up in me.
No.
So I can get my scrub back.
Pause. What?
I'm trying to get some. I need to get because they put my name on it. I wrote my name on a little piece of tape, put it on the thing. But I need them to skeet some of that blood back up in me because I'm feeling dizzy. So I think I gave them too much.
That's not a good excuse, bro.
No, Shawty, I'm telling you, I'm weak. I need some of my blood back. I just need like about a cup back up in me.
So how many pints did you donate?
I don't know how much it was, but it was too much because I'm still weak and dizzy. But my mama said, if you go back over there and ask them, you kept your receipt. I said, yo. She said, well, go over there and ask them.
But that ain't Walmart. You just can't go. They don't blood. When you donate blood, man, they don't have no return policy.
Shout out, if they can pull it out, they can skeet it back up in there. They can take the same.
Hey, man, just say they can put the blood back in it. Stop using pause, bro. You can't talk like that. You know you on the radio, right, Ja?
I'm just trying to. Ja, you ain't never gave too much blood, and then you ask them, can they just step the needle back in and just like squeeze it back up in there? Just skeet it back up in.
Man, stop saying it like that, bro. You're violating all kind of man laws, man. You know the trap listening to you.
I'm just trying to keep my conscience right now. I'm sitting out here waiting on them to show up. What?
You know the checks came in today. They came in early, so we're gonna get our checks today.
What today is?
Thursday.
What time they gonna be up though?
They'll be in now. We already got paid.
Okay, well, soon as they keep this up in me, I'll be over there.
All right.
Ain't it funny how even the worst of heathens try to get righteous when they think the Lord is about to tap them on the shoulder?
Listen, Nancy, if I wasn't so sick, I would give you one of these across your ugly lips.
Who you calling ugly, sucker?
I'm calling you ugly. I could stick your face in some dough and make some gorilla cookies.
Yes, sir. That's the best right there, man.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, it is 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has a tea and a clue of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday. A beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, 2 months ago, actress Tia Mowry and her wonderful husband, actor Corey Hardwick, y'all, they settled their amicable divorce. Now, they're saying the details of the settlement have been revealed, and here's what it is. Now, they're saying that the sister star Tia Mowry has officially settled her divorce and will not pay a dime in support to her ex-husband. Now, according to the new legal documents obtained by the Blast, Ms. Mowry and Corey Hardwick, honey, agreed, Ricky, on a simple settlement that will allow each of them to help support their children together on an ongoing basis. Now, in the filing, they're saying that the former couple agreed to share joint legal and physical custody of their 2 kids. Specifically, the duo will split the costs associated with raising their family, including private school tuition and fees for extracurricular activities. Now, this is the good part. They're saying, y'all, that the famous actress is getting something in this deal that is quite valuable. Now, they're saying in the agreement, Ms. Mowry will get full ownership of the family's home in Studio City. And they're saying it should be noted, y'all, that this house is only worth $4.3 million. Now, they're saying, according to the report, they're saying it's a 4,871 square foot home on 8,496 square foot lot with only 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. Now, they're saying the home is currently off the market, and it was last sold in October 2015 for only $2.6 million. And they're saying, in other words, they made quite of a profit, y'all, from buying that home. And, you know, they also got some stuff where they're saying that each partner cannot be seen with another person up to 6 months. The kids cannot be home when those people are there. And, you know, they got to get in touch with each one another and what have you. And that's the way it goes, though. So, congratulations, though. I mean, but at least it's amicable, Ricky. You said no, but I mean, at least she gets the house because she's gonna basically, you know, have the kids at the house, so the kids won't be in a non-familiar environment. They'll be in something that they used to being around. So congratulations on that. And you know, I mean, he could always get an apartment or something and live in or rent a room. So you know, congratulations.
So she done put him out the main house. God, but you know what? That's all a man need. A man don't need nothing but an air mattress in this video game. We don't mind starting over. We don't need no child support. We don't need no spousal support or nothing. Man up. We'll go get us a job at Valvoline Express Oil Change and start over. We just want peace and happiness.
Yep, and I'm sure all those men that you just talked about are going to definitely have that because they're going to be, you know, doing what they need to do. So congratulations to Tia and Corey on their settlement. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Last week, y'all, they said model Jessica White, honey, she penned an open letter to her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Nick Cannon, y'all, after he cut all contact, honey, because she talked about their relationship in a Love and Hip Hop thing. You know, we kind of talked about that, but this Jessica, I think Jessica was really hurt by it, you know, because she said that Nick, you know, he imposed, honey, he was emotionally abusive to her. And some people wonder, what is emotional abuse? So is emotional abuse, I mean, like when you talk to a person just crazy, just talk down to them and just make them feel less than, or is it just ignoring them? I mean, what is
being mean and hateful and making them miserable?
So that's what he was allegedly probably doing to her, then making her miserable and just being mean and hateful.
Who you say, Gary?
That's Jessica White, supermodel Jessica White, and you know she dated Nick Cannon for a while, and you know she said he was just emotionally abusive and stuff. So you know that's probably why you know she left the relationship and what have you. But then he got with those other 12 women and 6 women, however many it is, and you know they settled with it and loved him for who he was. So I don't know.
Yeah, she on Love and Hip Hop now, Ricky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's on the new season, so if you check it out, you'll get the idea.
And she's a beautiful girl. She almost reminds me of Naomi Campbell. You know, she give you Naomi Campbell and stuff. So, but so congratulations. I mean, when people move on and go on, with their lives and stuff, and do what's best for them. And in my quick for free story, everybody's raving about Pharrell Williams. They said Pharrell Williams debuted his first collection, honey, as the creative director for Louis Vuitton, honey. So he's the new director for Louis Vuitton, and Beyonce them all was there, and all the stars turned out and stuff. But a lot of people saying they can't wait to see what he came up with, because honey, these designers and these rappers that become designers and what have you, they come up with some madness, honey. But I can't wait to see.
Pharrell always got some style, Gary.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah. So you think he would have more style than Abloh? What's his name?
The Virgil Abloh. I'm not sure, but I know he's got some style. He's got he had the ice cream collection, and he's got Billionaire Boys Club. So he's got some nice pieces.
Yeah.
And so I think that suit he had on, that suit was one of the new looks that he had on with those little diamond glasses.
Yeah. Oh, all right then. All right, Ricky, you got to get you one of those, honey, to wear out on stage, honey.
I think Ricky would like it.
Yeah.
Really?
It's just,
I'll show you.
If he can afford it. So it's not about like it if he can afford it.
I got to look good, Gary.
You got to look good.
Know if you can afford it.
Wait, what did he say I be wearing? I ain't never worn Nike on stage.
No, I ain't saying Nike, but what? You wear enough Nike, you should just might as well wear it on stage, all that mess.
No, I don't wear that on stage. I travel in Nike because it's like traveling in pajamas.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, put your hoodie on and go to sleep. And wear Nikes and stuff, and they be loose, like in the crotch area, and your balls ain't stuck together when you get off the flight.
Jesus, Lord. Okay, all right, thank you.
Your balls be stuck to your legs.
No, you don't.
I don't have that problem. So I don't
have that problem.
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, congratulations, honey. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is sangria. On the high end, you say sangria, and on the low end, you say beautiful red. That's your color for today.
y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, in the next few days, the Supreme Court could really change or even put a ban on race-based affirmative action programs in college admissions. The ruling could come down as early as today. Of course, we already know what Clarence Thomas is going to vote on. So what do you think? Should race be a factor in college admissions? Y'all need to hit us up at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Maria, what are your thoughts on that? You graduated HBCU.
Yeah, I think that it would be tragic. And Ricky, the Supreme Court justices are getting ready to leave for their summer break. So a decision on affirmative action is expected by next Friday, June 30th at the latest. Right now, they're looking at two race-based admissions programs, one at Harvard, the other one at the University of North Carolina. And there's a lot of backstory, Ricky. So I want to try and break it down. The nonprofit group suing is called Students for Fair Admissions, SFFA, and was founded by a guy named Edward Bloom, who had been trying for years to challenge race-based admissions policies and voting rights across the country. Now, Bloom claims that the admission policies at Harvard and UNC violate civil rights laws and discriminate against Asian Americans and whites. But none of the plaintiffs are students. The charge is being led by Edward Bloom himself. Now, in fact, according to a 2020 survey, 70% of Asian Americans support affirmative action, and groups representing thousands of students and alumni of all ethnicities, including Asian Americans, filed an amicus brief in support of the schools. Now, time and time again, since the SFFA started filing these cases back in 2008, the lower courts have all ruled in favor of the schools. But with new Trump appointees, now this is the thing, Ricky, the Supreme Court is now different and could change long-standing precedent on using race as part of college admissions. So it's real deep.
Wow. Well, from what I understand, Maria, the Supreme Court could ban using race and other or rule that schools use things like family wealth or neighborhood poverty rates instead, which could still help minority students. Either way, one expert in education said that simply ending racial programs without coming up with something new would devastate Black and Hispanic communities. Now, they're already predicting a decline in college enrollment for Blacks and Hispanics.
All right, so what do y'all think, given that systemic racism still exists, which it does, some people would like to argue against that, should race still be considered when applying to college, or is it time to come up with a different affirmative action plan? Maria, what are your thoughts on that? I want to get you and Special K thoughts on that.
Man, it's just so tough. I personally enjoyed my experience at a HBCU. I think that every black student could benefit from attending an HBCU, not just from an academic perspective, but also just life and experiences and culture and becoming an adult. And I also think a lot, Ricky, about AI and what the future of college looks like overall, and if this is even going to matter in the future. So there's so many layers to this.
I mean, I think it's going to matter. I don't think people are just going to stop going to college just because of advancements in artificial intelligence. I think that from a institutional standpoint, if the institutions of education aren't forced by law to do the right thing when it comes to minorities, they're not going to do the right thing. And you're going to end up having a situation where people aren't going to have any recourse when they're not able to, when they're able to legally be kind of pushed out of these opportunities.
My thing is the complaint isn't even coming from students. It's coming from this Edward Bloom guy. I mean, if the students don't have any issues with it, like what are we talking about?
Because it's political, and it's people in this society. He's a conservative activist, and their whole goal is to, they wake up every morning thinking, what can I do to take something away from somebody that don't look like me?
Right. So Special Case. So I'm just trying to get a feel for this whole situation. So without the affirmative action, do y'all believe that black folks would not be allowed to go to the University of Georgia, the University of North Carolina, Florida State University, not be able to attend, but break that down for me, Kay, Maria.
I mean, it's a complex issue. But to kind of break it down to its simplest form, I just feel like without laws in place to force these institutions to at least level the playing field somewhat when it comes to admissions, they're going to find ways to creatively, have a non-level playing field to make it harder for people that don't have the opportunity to get the opportunity.
Right, and if they're not given an opportunity, I would just encourage, and I just hope that all parents that have student athletes that's attending the University of Tennessee, the University of Kentucky, the University of Alabama, Mississippi State University, Texas University, Texas A&M University, to consider and watch this real close, because if they being unfair to black folks, students that look like me that are not athletes, to start trying to look into sending our kids to predominantly black to HBCUs, so to speak. Because man, when you hit folks in the pocket or whatever, because y'all know athletics on major college campuses, I ain't gonna say major college campuses, on places like the University of Georgia, Georgia Tech University,
PWIs, yeah.
Yeah. What do they call them, Maria?
Predominantly white institutions, colleges out there. Yeah, it's
Right.
different. It's different. But also, Ricky, there's another layer. I want black students to understand that you don't need white folks' permission to be great. You don't need, you don't need validation from white people. So if they shut it down, we will find a way. And you don't need to go to college to be great. Right. I know people who are millionaires who have started businesses. I'm like, stop waiting for white folks to give you permission to go out and do great things. Like, we don't. I'm sorry, it's just another level for me, because, it's like for so long they have moved the finish line for black folks. So if we've never started in the same place as everyone else. And if they put us at the same starting point, we're going to run laps around everyone else. And they know this because we're used to catching up. Our entire race, it's been like that for decades, for hundreds of years. So I just really hope that black people really lean into our resilience, our power, our ability to do great things just with us.
Come on,
with
Maria!
us, So I just,
No. You're speaking facts.
It annoys me.
I like that.
It annoys me.
People need to hear that.
Yeah.
We don't have to be validated, but I just want all the parents, because I know that athletics bring millions and billions of dollars to these universities, and if you start feeling discriminated against or whatever. I just want all parents of college athletes that attend these PWIs to just watch this situation really, really close because, even if you don't go to college, but if you do decide to go to college, the HBCUs will be happy to have you. You got places like Miles College of Birmingham, Alabama, and Tuskegee University. You got Spelman, Morehouse, Howard, North Carolina A&T, Prairie View A&M. You got a lot of historically black universities that would absolutely love to have you. But hey, if you could not get through, hit us up on our website at rickysmileymorshow.com to leave your thoughts on that, and we're going to be keeping a close eye on this. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning, man.
Hey, good morning, brother. How are you?
Man, blessed and highly favored, man. Happy to have you this morning. I know you got a lot of stuff.
Man, you know what? I want to talk about something this morning that I don't think we talk about very often. Have you heard the story that's swirling around actor John Amos?
Yeah, we've been talking about that. That's been an ongoing thing. What you got?
Yeah, but I want to go deeper because it raised for me this reality about elder abuse, and this term has been thrown around quite a bit. But there's data that talks about the fact that almost 1 in every 10 people over the age of 60 experience some type of elderly abuse, and that those numbers are underrated because, of course, there some elderly folks that don't report it, that are in isolation, that don't have the ability to communicate. And in a day and time where, money is more tight for folks, the economy is doing some crazy stuff. We talk a great deal about honoring elders, but there are the elderly that are often the most ignored in our community. And so elderly abuse there's several areas of it. One is just straight up neglect, where a family member is ignored, not paid attention to, not cared for, left to handle things on their own. There's literal physical abuse. There's sexual abuse. There is financial manipulation and abuse. And to think, I think so many of us have such incredible relationship with our grandparents or great aunts and uncles, and then there are others who just are taken advantage of. And normally, similarly to what's being alleged in this case with John Amos, it's often not always strangers, but it's family members. And so, Rick, I know what's that?
I say you better believe it.
And so there are a number of signs, you all, that show that there is potential elderly abuse. One of the ones that just blew my mind was like unexplained sexually transmitted diseases, because you have elderly people that are being sexually taken advantage of. There are those that are financially around new bank accounts or credit cards, when we know that certain elders and family members have no need for any new bank accounts or cards or strange transfers of dollars. There's also the reality of bruises. There are homes that are unkept and long periods of time where people are unable to be contacted. And while I know this John Amos piece has a whole lot of pieces to it, like we all have elders in our family that at the very least need to be checked on, let alone need to be taken care of. I heard a story recently about somebody who was a caregiver, Rick, and the primary caregiver. And at some point, they told friends that they were getting ready to take an extended leave to be somewhere. And I'm like, how do we take on the role of taking care of elders and then don't take the role seriously? And so I'm hoping that we do a couple of things, Rick. One, if you have people in your family that are elders that need support, create a plan. Sometimes individuals take on more than they can bear, both financially and with time. If you have the ability, create a plan with family members. I know sometimes, Rick, there are folks that are just unreliable, and so we can't trust them to do it. but we've got to find ways, whether it's through church communities or fraternity sororities or other communities that we have, finding ways to make sure that we don't leave our folks without care. Sometimes it's challenging to find a home for folks because they're so expensive, which means that sometimes you've got to be inconvenienced and open up your space. I am astounded, Rick, when I see elders who have children who live in homes that are okay, and they're left alone somewhere else. And I'm not talking about those who don't want to move, because we deal with a lot of that, but just those who are just left. And
Right.
so while we hear this story and there's a lot of drama around this John Amos piece, nearly all of us have elders that at the very least could receive additional phone call or one more check-in, or make sure they have the groceries that they need, or make sure that the snow is shoveled, that the leaves are raked, that the grass is cut. At the very least, man, the people who have, whether they've been great people or not, who have spent their time on this earth, let's make sure that our folks transition from a place of peace versus a place of turmoil. And so that was just on my mind, Rick. That story, the 83-year-old John Amos got me, but then I look around at how many of our elders just don't have the care they deserve, not necessarily because of money, and that's sometimes the issue, but sometimes just because some of us are just neglectful, and we got to do better.
Yeah, man. I tell you, I absolutely adored my grandparents, man. It wasn't. I miss my granddad a lot, or whatever. But I just remember my granddad picking me up from the airport from comedy shows, and he would slide over and let me drive that Cadillac, and he would have his bag packed, and we would go to my house, and he would stay for days. And I just don't understand the disrespect. Disrespecting any elderly people, man. I just love them, all of the elderly people. We wouldn't be where we are if it was not for the sacrifices that a lot of them made, Jeff. So that's a great point that you are making this morning. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. And sometimes, man, we just got to get out of our own way because we tell ourselves what we don't have the money or time to do. And sometimes we got more than we think if we just make them a priority. So I appreciate the time on this, brother. Love y'all. Hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Let me know what your thoughts are, or even if you need resources to better help you. We're going through this as a community.
Yeah,
Go
kids
ahead, bro.
at my mama church put their grandmama. Never mind, forget it, Kate.
Don't do it.
Their grandma was coming in there in a motorized wheelchair, and the grandkids had put it on fast, and she was going, and it ran down there full speed and crashed into the drums. And everybody, and y'all know what church this is, and everybody that sat up there and laughed, y'all going to hell, because I didn't find it funny at all. So, Jeff, thank you.
I hate you. Goodbye.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus.
Twan 360.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 3 minutes after the hour, another episode of Fix It Jesus with the one and only Twan the Don 360. Twan, good morning.
Ricky, good morning. In today's Fix It Jesus, Bishop T.D. Jakes says women cannot teach men how to be fathers, especially when they don't have one themselves. Ricky, Bishop Jakes went on to say, just shut up and be the wife. Take a listen to this.
If another woman tells me how to be a father, I will open my mouth and flat out scream. You can no more tell me how to be a father than I can tell you how to birth a baby. I don't know nothing about birthing a baby. I don't know nothing about nursing a child. You have to know what you don't know. Shut up being the teacher and just be the wife. How do you know how to be a father? Not only are you not a father, most of you didn't even have a father, and yet you're an expert on how to be.
The man standing up in there. I have to rock with him. I got to rock with Bishop Jakes on that one. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it just don't fit. Braces hurt, but they correct the smile. Braces hurt.
I think I would have grabbed my purse and walked out of church, honey.
You know what, Gary?
I would have grabbed my purse and walked out of church. Honey.
Why?
Because, I mean, how he gonna tell these women most of them don't have a father? What's between the difference between a father and a daddy?
What?
I didn't say what. I said, what's the difference between a father and a daddy? What?
What is the difference?
That's what I'm asking. It was a question, not an answer.
Well, you are, yes, understand. I mean, a daddy is like the one that participates in children's life. A father is the one that conceived with your mother to give birth to you.
So,
right?
With that being said, then that means he's wrong. They all have a father. They just don't have a daddy.
You know what he meant. He meant daddy.
I meant what
you
he
know
said.
what he meant. You know what he meant. Stop it. Everybody need to stop. Y'all know exactly what Bishop Jakes meant. Or whatever. In a father, daddy, father, tomato. What's the damn? You know what the hell he meant. Or whatever. But yeah. He got. I'm just gonna rock with him on that for various reasons or whatever. I can understand a woman's point on. Here are some things that you could do better to be a better dad / father, whatever. But I don't know. Special K, come on now. Don't leave me out there, K.
I mean, look, I feel what he was saying. I exactly know what he was saying. And it's something you said before. Like, a woman can't tell a man how to be a dad. I mean, it's black and white.
When my daughter got her cycle, I stepped out of the room and I called her mom, and her mom came. Both of my daughters, the moms came. And I'm not saying it happened at the same time, but at different times, the moms came and I stepped out of the room because that was not my place to handle that situation because I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So
everybody, I think he was just saying people have to know their roles.
Right.
And there are roles.
So there you go. Twan, and how can people, and that video went viral.
Yes, it did.
So what are men saying versus what are women saying on the internet? What are the comments, Twan?
Men are really siding with Bishop T.D. Jakes, and the women are saying basically what Gary said. They would have picked up their purse and walked out of the church.
Okay, but why though?
It is what it is, I guess.
It's a great topic. Yeah. It's a great thought starter. Yeah.
Because I just want to know what was so offensive about what he said.
Because the way it was said, Rick, like they say, sometimes not what you say is the way you said it.
Gary, you grew up in the damn 60s. How you that sensitive now?
Okay, because my thing is this, because Ricky, if these daddies, fathers, or whoever they ain't there, the woman got to raise the child.
Okay, but that doesn't invalidate the point that he was making. The medicine may not be good, but if it's going to fix
all that what you
your
talking
illness,
about ain't got
then
nothing
it
to
is
do
what
with
it
nothing.
is.
But
honey.
some people that heard it may have been triggered when you saying, well, you didn't grow up with a daddy. You don't know the circumstances around that.
Exactly.
So a lot of people may have
medicine and all that
isolated
other
just that statement.
Yes. So, that's what, they say we hear what we hear.
Okay, let's be real. Let's be real. Do anybody on here seriously think that Bishop Jakes meant any harm, even if he misworded?
Oh, no, not at all. No, not at all.
No, I'm being for real. I'm being for real. Like for real, Maria. Do y'all really think that he really meant any harm by that? I don't.
It's not the idea that he may have been harmed, but the way that came out your mouth, honey, that was really painful.
Gary,
and
we
hurtful.
all say things that come out the wrong way.
You're
but
a pastor.
But wait a minute, your mama, she said things that came out wrong, but you knew she meant well, Gary. Come on now.
Well, maybe, I don't know, but that's different, Ricky. You on a platform, honey. My mama ain't on no platform.
Everybody don't articulate and speak perfectly on. Everybody know what Bishop Jakes meant when he said that. And then if you look at all of his messages and the things that he teach, you know it didn't come from a bad place.
And I don't have nothing against Bishop Jakes, but that was just a little, honey. That was a sting, honey. That was a sting. It stopped me, and I didn't have no parents.
You would have clutched your purse and grabbed your purse. How fast you would have walked out of there?
Baby, I would have grabbed my purse and put my finger up and headed on out the door, honey. Yes, sir,
so you would have tipped out like that?
Yes, honey. I've been like, okay, Sister Susie, I'll talk to you later, girl, honey. Call me when you get home.
And you would have walked hard out there with them Harlem Globetrotter Gucci pants on with your head on.
Baby. And I probably would have been sashaying on my way out, honey, but I would have got on up out of there, girl, honey. Yes, sir, honey.
You would have went up there to the pulpit and did a death drop.
Ricky, the Potter House wouldn't have wanted to put me back together again. Let's put it like that.
Everybody been talking about all on Facebook, all on Instagram. Everybody talking about that missing submarine. What happened and where we are in the search.
Yeah, Ricky, we're in crunch time right now. The search continues for the minivan-sized sub called the Titan that was carrying 5 people who were traveling to view the wreckage of the Titanic. which we all know sank in 1912. Now, one of the guests was billionaire businessman Hamish Harding. The vessel lost contact with his mothership on Sunday morning about an hour and 45 minutes into the trip down to nearly 13,000 feet, y'all. Now, Titan has between 70 to
13,000 feet. Can somebody give me some math on that? How many miles?
Two and a half miles, give or take a few.
How did you do that? How did you add that? What do you?
A mile is 5,280 feet. So times 2, that's 10,500 and something feet. So then you add another 2,000 feet to that. So it's almost exactly 2.5 miles.
It's so different than a mile in the car.
You went to prison for white collar crimes.
Because that's what I was thinking about, Brad. In a car, that's different mileage, huh?
No, a mile is a mile.
A mile is a mile.
Well, when you drive it in the car, it take you a mile a minute almost to get to where you got to go.
Right.
Well, you can't
So
go
they're
60
saying
miles an
two and a half
hour.
hours.
Water, right.
2.5 hours. They said it's going to take 2.5 hours. You might be able to actually walk 2.5 miles.
Well, you can walk 2.5 miles in a few minutes, but traveling downward through water, you can't go that fast.
Yeah, that thing will explode. I think, or they got to get the pressure setting or something.
Yeah, and Ricky, they said it had between 70 to 96 hours of life support, according to the U.S. Coast Guard, which means, according to the latest data, oxygen could run out this morning, like within hours.
Now, the Titanic lies around 12,500 feet below sea level. Now, for perspective, the world's deepest scuba dive reached 1,090 feet in 2022. Now, that's the world's tallest building. The Burj Khalifa would only go down 2,717 feet into the ocean, and that's roughly 9,700 feet short of reaching the Titanic wreckage. And the crazy part is the Titanic sub was designed to surface after 24 hours because it's held underwater by heavy weights that helps with the vessel stability. I'm trying to figure out why they didn't have some type of cables or something on it.
That's what as my cousin. We on Facebook texting about it, my cousin Tracy. We on Facebook texting about it like right now. Like we really concerned. We really into this.
Yeah, and supposedly, Ricky, it's built to be automatically released after 24 hours to send the sub back up to the surface in case of an emergency. But clearly that didn't happen. And crew members are told that they can release the weights by rocking the ship to knock them off. But I can't see that happening either. As well as an emergency.
What?
They can rock the ship. If they all get together and rock, they could knock those things off, the weights off, and it'll float back up to the top. But I can't see that happen if the if the ship is sinking low and the pressure's getting heavier. You're not in control of being able to rock. I don't care how many people it is, and the currents underwater, that is crazy.
Also, Brad, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say they have an emergency pump too that's supposedly designed to knock them off as well, but I just don't see none of that happening as it submerges so low.
Yeah, and only about 20% of the seafloor has been mapped. So just to put that into perspective, you think about people going to the moon. They say only like 2 or 3 people have been to the bottom of the ocean. They say it's easier to travel to the moon than it is to the bottom of the ocean. Only 12 astronauts have spent a collective total of 300 hours on the moon, and only 3 people have spent around 3 hours exploring the bottom of the sea. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's like 5 people sitting in a minivan. They can't stand up. They can't stretch. I didn't see. I've been doing research. I hadn't seen a bathroom in there, and somebody that pooted in that little can with all of that. Man, I just could not imagine. And then why y'all going down there? What you trying to see that damn deep? And you paid $200,000, and you the CEO of the company to go down that deep. To see what?
It would just have to be some type of other emergency ways to get me up. 2 or 3 or 4 of them, in case something don't work or something go wrong.
Brad, they can make a cable long enough. I know damn well they can make the Empire State Building. They can make a cable long enough to go in that thing and just it ain't working out. Let's pull them back up.
Well, the distance, Ricky, is 10 times 10 Empire State Buildings. That's how long. That's how far down they are.
Damn it! I had to see the movie. I take my ass to the movies and see Jack Stanton. They want to see the Titanic. Now they're gonna see it. They're gonna be in there with them. This is what they at.
Yeah.
Always got to be curious and go down there and messing with something. They're going to see Jack Road. They're going to find that necklace that lady threw out there. What's the noise she made when she threw that necklace out there, Brett?
All right, well, we just going to keep on praying for them folks.
One man is from Peachtree City, and I saw on the news the other night somebody from his office, she was an African-American lady, and I think his initials are PH, and she said he goes down there all the time and whatever. If he go down there all the time, then
he don't go down there all the time. He might go some of the way
yeah.
down there. He don't go all the way down there.
Yeah, you make it. That's enough.
That means wrap it up. That was Tinkerbell saying it's time to go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, 27 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here, Maria. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Thursday news. So we just had a long discussion about this. The search for the missing Titan Submersible is now in a critical stage as rescue teams race to locate the vessel before oxygen supplies run out. Now, in breaking news this morning, Ricky, CNN reports that medical personnel and search vessels with extra capabilities are headed to the scene with time running out.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
The air's supposed to run out today. So
I don't know why they have the medical maybe they're hopeful they'll find them and they can provide some medical.
But how they going to get the thing back to the top of the water, and they can't pull it up fast. If they pull it up fast, it'll explode.
Yeah.
They got to get to it, number one. Then they got to connect something to it to pull it back up, and then they got to pull it up real slow. You like slower than somebody walking.
Yeah.
Because that thing can't just go up fast like that, even when you're scuba diving. Because I scuba dive, right? Mm-hmm. Man, you can't, if you go real deep or whatever, you just can't be, I don't even know why nobody want to go down that deep. I'm not going past 12 feet. Like I swim in the ocean, but I don't go past 12 feet.
Right.
And my ears start popping and start feeling a certain way. And I just have a little small panic attack and try to get back to the top. But imagine sitting in a damn a bathtub with a top on it. With 5 other. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
And when they use the bathroom, you can't stand up. You can't do nothing. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for their family.
I mean, it gives me anxiety just thinking about it. You know, the mental anguish they must be going through. So we're hoping for a miracle, and we'll continue to follow this story.
Man, I said my mind started playing all kind of tricks. I mean, look out that damn window and see Jack and Rose. Mm-hmm. They'll have to kill me. I just tell somebody, just choke me out. Man, that's suffering. That's claustrophobic. Gary, we would have had to kill you.
Oh, Lord, honey.
We would have had to take him out first.
Start, honey, because I couldn't take it, honey.
Sitting up underwater holding that little
mouth.
damn Gucci purse.
Yes, honey. But then that'll give me the opportunity to finally do what I want to do with y'all. So, because we ain't coming back up.
Wait a minute.
Like what?
Can we move on to the next thing?
Brad, do your story.
Yeah. Yeah. How about we do that, Brad? We'll just go ahead and wrap up the front page.
hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
You talking about Special K. Good morning, Lord
Good morning, Brad.
Gary,
Yeah,
do you care to elaborate, Gary?
Well, we'll chat later.
I know it ain't got nothing to do with me and Maria. Good morning, everybody.
I would hate to spend my last moment on this earth down at the bottom of the sea in a damn a tank with your annoying
Fighting Gary off.
Boy, Gary's stomach be bloating and stuff, and the muscles going, and he can't hold it.
How could I say goodbye to yesterday, honey?
Say what, Gary?
How could I say goodbye to yesterday? Okay.
All right, y'all, this segment's being brought to you by BET. Culture's biggest night is hip-hop's greatest celebration, the BET Awards 2023. That's live Sunday, June the 25th at 8/7 Central on BET. Brad, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky.
Miss Sophia laughing, taking me out every time.
Y'all going to hell.
Yes, y'all are.
I promise y'all going to hell.
That's all y'all.
Okay. Yes,
and black
man,
folks
keep
and all y'all folks out there on Facebook on the internet sharing all them memes, even the one y'all done put me in there, talking about what you going down there from the beat. Y'all, all y'all going to hell.
We are prayerful.
Black folks ain't even going swimming this weekend. Black folks ain't doing nothing to do with water this weekend. Ain't no black people on the beach. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Nothing.
Yes.
We ain't even going to Subway special game. Y'all want to go to Subway? Black people gonna be like, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. Take me over to Burger King. Give me some of them little nuggets. Yeah, I know they taste like deer ankles, but hey.
You know what, Ricky?
Deer ankles.
I said, no wonder them damn nuggets get 24 for $6.
Okay.
Meat they
Deer
just
ankles.
found.
Like they say, keep him, Jesus. Keep him.
Help us, Lord. I'm trying. Okay. We might have a billionaire brawl on our hands, y'all. The billionaire Mark Zuckerberg and the billionaire Elon Musk are talking about having a cage match, and there are people who think that they really want to throw down. So it all started because Zuckerberg's Meta World is working on a new social media platform that one executive referred to as a, quote, sanely run alternative to Twitter. Well, on Tuesday, Mark responded to some posts about it by saying, quote, I'm up for a cage match if he is, and Zuckerberg responded, send me the location. So Musk has suggested that they do an octagon in Vegas. Sure, this could be metaphorical, but a spokesperson for Meta is suggesting Zuckerberg is willing to engage and in an actual physical fight. And as you may know, Zuck is into jiu-jitsu and all this other stuff, and is actually really ready to fight these days. And even if he won a tournament recently, and as for Elon, well, you know, we could just say we heard he hired a trainer. So what do y'all think about Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk in a battle in like an octagon cage in Vegas?
I would love to see that.
I wouldn't spend no time with getting in nothing with Elon Musk. He's so he's a fascist. He's a racist. I wouldn't be nowhere near him. I guess I don't know. Do I own it? Yeah, I wouldn't. Special K, what you think?
I ain't interested in that because Zuckerberg is a nerd and Elon Musk is just a weirdo.
He probably can really fight, though.
Who, Elon Musk?
No, Zuckerberg. All that money, he probably invested a lot in. Low-key can probably whoop his behind.
Well, if a Tesla was involved, honey, I'd probably go. So if they give me a Tesla, honey.
If you get to win a Tesla.
You'll jump in the cage.
Yeah, I jump in the cage with Zuckerberg. Was it Tesla? Which one owns Tesla?
With Zuckerberg.
Elon.
That's Elon Musk.
Musk, yeah, Musk. Mm-hmm.
And Zuckerberg owns Facebook.
Yeah.
Meta,
So,
yeah, Instagram.
I guess.
That's crazy.
Well, you know what? We're going to just see what happens with that. We're not really worried about it. I'm still wondering what Gary's going to do, what he has in mind for the Titanic thing.
Guarantee we'll never be on a submarine together.
We're not riding a boat at this point. At this point, black folks not going over a bridge. At this point, black folks ain't taking a bath. Like, I'm good for the week. I'm done with water. That's a lot. But
Coming up next show, we got the praise mixed out, Ricky, with the White Stone.
Coming up
Time
next,
now is
Rickey Smiley
25
Morning
minutes.
Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
If car designers can make cars look like anything, why are there so many boring cars?